The tops are finally here. And that's how we were greeted as we walked into Mr. here in Dallas. The tops are finally here.
Welcome to yet another emergency at Cap Hill, where the Speaker of the House has to address the the gathering of folks. Hello. Good evening, everyone, on this lovely Friday. Hello. By now, I'm sure you've all been aware of I don't even know what to call it. Whatever has transpired with my name, of course, being in it, as being messy. Which I get it. This sector is that's the label that they like to quickly jump up on people, but I deal in a different vibrational kind of situation where we are thinkers and free thinkers over here at the Hill, and not only that, we are free to speak our opinions, whether we agree to disagree. That's perfectly fine. I don't have an issue with it. I did drop the link. If set person would like to mosey on over, I would love to actually have a conversation, which should have happened in the first place, about whatever this situation was. But without further ado, because I know 22 people in the chat that quick for me is we're here for want to know what you're going to say. So now, as a disclaimer for me, not even a disclaimer, but just a proven fact, I deal in what you call facts, right? I don't deal in innuendo bullshit or what someone may feel. What you feel or what you may feel about something has no concern of mine. I deal in facts. Now, we're gonna do this like we were running a bit of a courtroom. So let's do this first. Everybody get your glasses because I got mine. All right. And yeah, it's a red cup. It's the holidays. Hey, hello everybody. Before I even get started. Hello everybody and welcome all of the usuals. Hello. Chef Fine is Wine. How are you? Welcome. Brother Nate, thank you so much for holding it down. Rico, thank you so much for being here. Auntie Melissa Scott, how are you? I saw you, Auntie Donna. Hello. Tanari, what's going on? You lost. What happened now? Well, let me catch you up. So, long story short, right? Yes, you got to have a solo cup. So, long story short, when all of this situation happened with the picture of Sean Bradley, that when he was in the airport that somebody took, originally when it was dropped, people were in the comments saying, how could you do that? That's crazy. That's kind of stalkerish and whatever. And that person was like, I saw him, so I took the picture. So what? To my understanding, and I could be wrong, but that's basically, in a nutshell, the responses that went under the comments. Then later on in the day, when people really started to look into the picture, you know how YouTube does, when people started to really investigate into the picture and notice, hey, there's more of this kid showing than anybody else. And, you may want to watch that because somebody could contact people and you get in trouble for this picture because this kid is clear as day in here. And he looked like he didn't know what you was doing or why am I in this picture or anything. Then, and again, that's what the link is there for. So if I'm wrong in any of this, you are free to come up and, say your side. That's what this is about. So then it changed to, he put that picture up without my permission. Okay. Then other set person comes on and was really outraged because he was upset. Me being me, if I have even the smallest kind of thing with you, if I can reach out to you and say, hey, pull back on that, or you need to chill out, I'm going to do it. Granted, right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm going to do it. So that is exactly what I did. And to be quite clear, we're just going to share right here so everybody can see it. So then therefore, if I was completely and utterly wrong, for those of you who haven't seen it, then you can say so. Yeah, you were a little wrong on that. So so now that we can all see it together. So as he was going off being very upset at his friend, as he should be, as we all would be, this is all I said to said person. That's it right there. Because to me, not knowing the full extent, which of course I didn't really care, and I don't have a connection with the other person, so I would not that I even had a connection with the first person, but I could reach out to that person and say, hey, brother, sister, you looking crazy. I don't have any way to reach out to that other person and say, hey, what's going on? That's not even how I operate. I don't insert myself into people's lives that I don't have no connection with. Now, some people feel some type of way about that and think that's me, quote unquote, being shady. But if I don't communicate with you in some form or fashion, I'm not reaching out to find my way to reach around to talk to this one, to talk to that one, to get to you. I need to speak to a person directly who's directly involved. I don't do that reach around this one, each one, teach one bullshit. I do not do that. So therefore, I reached out to the person that I on some small level communicate with and said, hey, um, you know, you looking crazy. Now, when I said she got you looking crazy, those of you who seen the video before it was taken down, let's go back. Now he's outraged and mad, and whatever he has every right to be, I guess, in a sense, whatever. And she comes on very calm, very like, hey, you don't need to be doing this, you don't need to be doing that. Come on, can we just talk about this offline? Which is perfectly fine. But in the situation, how it's looking, like you're crazy. So I'm like, it's not really, y'all don't need to be doing this right here. Like, of all places, y'all don't need to be doing this right here. Then my other piece to that was just this. Earlier that day, when it was first put up, nobody had an issue with it. Nobody had an issue with it at all. Until people started talking about that kid being in the picture and people possibly taking it further legally or whatever else. And then people started really getting nervous, wanting people to take it down and I didn't tell you to put it up there and all this other mess, which I get it. I get it. Whatever, like whatever. So we get there. And that was it. Now, I really couldn't see where all this was really pointed directly towards a person because it wasn't. One, this was a personal DM that I sent to said person, right? So there's more to get into. So let's just follow me where I'm going. And those of you who kind of know where I'm going, then you know where I'm going. So there we go with another private message, and it was nothing sensational, nothing, crazy about it. It was basically what I would do with any other content creator that I can reach out to. If I see, you're going a little left or crazy, and just go, hey, you might not want to do that. Granted, you could take the advice or not. I don't care. It's not, it's not what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I'm not this is not I'm not your father. I'm not whatever. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than anybody, but certain things sometimes need to happen off of here because the reality is people are waiting for the mess up. People are waiting for you to tell all the secrets or to tell all. So of course they're going to hang on every word. So if that's not how you felt, then cool. So I said what I said, left it, it went unanswered. I didn't expect anything because I didn't do it for anything. I did it for the simple fact that you're very upset, granted. And the fact that she is over here acting very calm and nonchalant about it is making you look crazy. Now, let's fast forward. Now, follow me how this other situation happened. He put out a picture that she claimed behind the scenes was not supposed to be put out, right? I sent him a message asking him, hey, you need to come down off of here. Not talking about how he moved, not telling him he should not be friends with her. As many of you can read very well, I'm sure that nobody sees, hey, don't be friends with her, don't talk to her, stay away from her. I was just basically stating facts from that day. I don't know nothing about anything else but the facts of that day. So in saying that, that's all I was addressing. Have nothing to do with their friendship or their level of friendship. I hope they remain friends and stay steadfast friends. That's their business. Has nothing to do with me. Now, upon this, then this get somehow blown up to where I was talking all this kind of stuff about her. Okay, I don't see it. And so a video came out this morning, which I refused to respond to at the moment because I had actual real money to make. So I'm not going to stop making real money for this fictitious, made up want to be seen and heard kind of stuff. And it's funny how this came out the same way that your thing came out, but who's messy, or which situation is messier? A private DM that didn't even come from or go to you or was directed towards you, was really towards him to be put out, or anything else. So I'm confused. And again, I could always use clarity. I'm always good on clarity. So if there's something that can clear that up for me, I'm all for it. And it's open. That's what the link is for. So in that part, I was confused. Now, let's go into some other things. Now, I know that a lot of people don't operate on a vibrational level to where you can walk in and out of mess, or not actually include the mess in your everyday being. Okay, so help me understand how many of you, because I've read a lot of the comments that many of you have said about, oh, he's messy. I knew he was messy. Y'all watch mess far more barbaric than this small, minute thing. So I'm just confused as into why that is. But hold on one second.
Hey, Christian, I'm here to clarify things for you.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
So this is, I understand that you say you dealt in facts and not feelings, but from what you've presented so far, it has been just feelings.
No, it's not. It's not feelings at all. It's not feelings at all. I'm just
to finish.
no,
Or
no.
who's going first?
No, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just stating that
You're
it's
gonna
not
let me
feelings.
finish. Please let me finish.
I am. Go 1 second. It's
Okay.
not feelings at all. It's not feelings at all. I just wanted.
You want me to explain why I feel it's feelings?
No. I don't want you to. No, because however you feel
Go
is
ahead.
how
You
you
go
feel.
first.
However you feel is however you feel. So I'm not here to kind of talk you off of how you feel. To me, it was just a bit like, okay, clarity. That's all. So go ahead, proceed.
Okay, I can finish.
Yeah, you can go
Okay,
ahead.
the reason why I'm saying that you're not dealing in facts is because what you said in the beginning, you said that the picture was up. It had been up for a period of time, and it started to become an issue when people saw the kid in the photo and it was taken down. Correct?
That's under my assumption. That's what happened.
You said that. You just said
Yeah.
that's under your assumption.
That would be a fact. Okay. Let's be clear. That would be a fact to what I viewed. That would be a fact because Scott, I'm sorry, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, press the button.
I'm sorry, but you did respond with under my assumption. Now I will tell you.
No. Okay. Well, let me be clear. Let me be very clear because now we're picking words and trying to make this.
Oh no, the words are very, very.
No. We're gonna be.
The reason why we're here right now is because words.
I'll wait.
I appreciate you waiting because this is actually the second or third time you cut me off, and I'm
sure, no problem. No problem.
Now, if I can't say it here, I can go to my channel. It will be 5 times the views, and I can get it all out.
But see, that doesn't matter.
It's not that it doesn't matter, but you will actually hear my side, and I will get and then you will not, and people will not be able to hear your entire side.
That's fine. It doesn't. But see, that's not even the point why I'm doing this. The point why I'm just doing.
The point is to have a conversation. You keep cutting me off, and I can't communicate.
Well, for one, right now, the tension is a little bit much for no reason.
Absolutely is. Yes,
for no reason. It really isn't for no reason because I didn't come off that.
Once again, you're dealing in feelings.
No, I'm not. Listen to how you're talking right now. You sound like you have a bit of an attitude. So it's like
you saw my video, so don't you think I have a little bit of an attitude? I'm not here for an argument. If you would like to have a conversation,
okay. So if we're not here for an argument and we're here for a conversation,
if we're not here for an argument, I'm assuming I will be able to talk because I still haven't even made my first point.
Well, yeah. Well, then go ahead and make it. Yeah.
Are you sure? Once again,
the floor is yours.
Are you sure?
The floor is yours, sweetheart. Go ahead.
So your assumption was that the photo was up for a period of time, and that people started to it started to become an issue because No, I don't want Conscious. I don't want you up right now. I need to handle this with him. You said it was starting to become an issue because people were having an issue with the kid being in the photo. That is not, your assumption is not fact.
Isn't.
It was, once again, you're cutting me off.
No, I'm not. I just said isn't. I'm not cutting you off. Go
The
ahead.
fact is that the photo was up for less than an hour. The photo was up and I saw it when I woke up in the morning, and I immediately texted Custard and it came down immediately. It was up for less than an hour. First thing in the morning, he posted it around 8:30 a.m. So no, that is not a fact.
Okay.
That is an assumption.
Okay.
Now let me move on to the next thing. Okay, so so I also heard you say you're not knowing not the full extent of what happened. That was actually your words. You said not knowing the full extent of what happened. So once again, you're not dealing with that.
The full extent of the full extent of the picture situation. Not knowing the full extent in that regard. All I know is what I saw. And like everybody else,
I took notes. That wasn't what you said, but I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. So anybody who commented on anything, I saw it the way everybody else saw it, and so it definitely appeared as if once the situation happened where people started to question, because under the comments, when people were questioning the post, you were under the comments saying, well, I took the picture, so what? I'm paraphrasing, so just want to be clear. I took the picture, so what? I'm free to take the picture, and this, that, and the other. Basically, like kicking back at people having an issue with you taking the picture on that nature.
Okay.
Then,
okay. Tell me what I did. Thank you.
No. I'm not telling you what you did. I'm just saying what it appeared to be.
What it appeared to be. Okay.
Later, right? It came to, he did it without my permission, and it was like, well, okay, you wasn't saying that when people were questioning you in the comments earlier in the picture.
Can you be specific? Which comments? Because I would like to know where I said to anyone, I don't care.
I don't know. I said I was paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means not exactly word for word. So just
which comment?
We're clear.
I have never carried it like that.
No, I didn't even like screenshot. I don't do all that. I was over there, I read it, and then I just went about my day.
Wait, I'm not saying what comment. I'm saying where did I comment? You said under the picture.
You didn't comment under people's comments when they were commenting towards the picture. You didn't comment.
So you're saying underneath the picture, people commented, and you said I was commenting back?
You didn't respond back to some of the comments?
Underneath the picture?
Under the picture, yes.
No, I woke up. I looked at the picture and Custard took it down immediately.
So you never commented under a picture?
No, I never commented under the picture. The picture came down the minute I woke up.
Okay.
It was up for less than an hour, and I did not comment underneath this picture. That was not the attitude that I had. It was very embarrassing for me, actually, and Custard was aware of that because it was given to him discreetly.
Okay.
As an intimate key. It was not meant for public consumption. I had a video and I made that very clear. So when you said that she has you looking crazy, it implies that I did something foul.
No, well, see, that's what it implied to you. To me, all I was saying was you being up there with him, knowing he was outraged, and the way you was just like, hey, you just need to come off of here so we can talk about. It made him look crazy. I was not talking about making you look foul or whatever. That's the way you took that. And for that misunderstanding, I get it. But it had nothing to do with your relationship with him or anything of that nature. It had everything to do with at that moment, hey, you need to step back off of there because you're looking crazy. Because from what it looked like to me, that you didn't have an issue with the picture until the people thought
your order of events is wrong. It's wrong. It's incorrect. It's not that.
Well, first of all, peace, love. With all due respect, I don't spend my time on here watching every single story or every time. So, like, if it catches my attention, I'll look and then I go about my business because I do have a regular scheduled day. All right. So I understand. So if he took the picture down right after you called, okay, I was not there to watch it.
And you know what? I totally understand. We all have really, really busy days.
Understandable.
Let me
right.
tell you, when I say I get it, I totally get it. But if you're going to go live and start with the sentence saying I deal in facts I'm breaking down each and every statement that you made, and I'm saying that it's not fact.
Peace, love, honey. Let's not.
In front of hundreds of people. You don't have to call me honey. You don't have to call me honey. You don't have to call me honey. My name is Peace Love. Continue.
Peace, love. Let's not go there because
go where? We're here.
No. That's not. See, I'm not even here to like go back and forth with you in that way. So we're just gonna, because I'm just not here to argue or combat with you about that, because you had other stuff to say that was really like, okay, nobody ever got at you like that or came to you in that way. So all the extra stuff was really unnecessary.
In your opinion, it was unnecessary. I have reached out to you. I have reached out to you. Can I continue my sentence? Jesus Christ.
First of all, please don't yell.
Can I finish my sentence? You're frustrating. I'm not
yelling at you though, but I'm not yelling at you.
Right. I'm just on my channel.
You're not.
Don't leave Peace, love, please.
He doesn't know how to have a conversation.
No, that's not true, honey. You can't sit here and say
he thought I was going to come up and sing lullabies or some shit like that. Like he didn't just see my video, and that's just not.
I didn't see your video.
I'm respectful enough to be quiet if he needs me to be quiet. And if he wants to drop a link and have a conversation, what I'm expecting is for him to be quiet so I can make my points.
You can definitely make your points, but I
don't feel that way.
Well, go ahead.
No, I want you to go ahead. This is you're the host. You continue to spew your feelings because that's so far none of it has been facts.
Ma'am, not at all.
I'm looking for. Cap, can you give me temporary control of your platform, please? Just temporary, please.
Go ahead.
I just want you to breathe right now. I would love peace, love. Hold on.
It's not that serious.
I adore the living hell out of you both, including Custard. This is definitely an opportunity to speak, and I would just love for y'all to do just that. I would love for you, peace, love, to definitely explain what frustrated the hell out of you about this whole entire matter, and if you could please tell us what can happen for this to feel better, please. Because I want a solution too.
Honestly, I felt better after my video.
Yeah, great.
But I was sitting here watching in the bushes. I'm like, whoa, okay. So this brother just sat up here and said that he's going to be dealing in facts from this point on, and then he's rattling out a bunch of misinformation. And the thing did not.
How is it misinformation? Go ahead.
So that's what prompted me to come up here, because I know that there are going to be hundreds of people watching, and it's just incorrect.
No, it's not going to be 100 people watching over here.
Conscious, can you
go ahead?
Cap, can you mute yourself, Cap? Mute yourself. He's such a gentleman. See how much of a gentleman. See, this is why he was a part of the gentleman's panel. He's such a gentleman. Okay. Go ahead, peace, love.
I don't feel that actually, and he called me honey. I don't do that shit. So my thing is like, he, at the end of the day, if he saw my video, what I basically, the overarching theme, the overarching topic was, look at him.
Don't, peace, love, this is as good as it's going to get. Don't pay Cap any attention, please, okay? There you go, Cap. Okay. Go ahead, peace.
For conversation? That's not, what?
No, anyway, yes, okay, go ahead. Yes.
So basically the overarching thing about it was just stay out of friends' mess. Because even while he was explaining himself just right now and what he was thinking and what he should say, and there's a person that he's in contact with, and he felt that he should say something. It's not his place to give that type of opinion. First of all, you guys y'all aren't cool like that. Like, when it comes to friend stuff, deep stuff, clearly it blew up in his face because we are friends on another level. And the reason why I got the messages back is because Custard is actually a friend of mine. So if he knows somebody is moving funny towards me, he's going to protect me just as I'm going to protect him. So he knows that I actually admire Conscious TV. I know that I felt that he moved in a way that was pretty much, out of the streets, out of the mess. So I kind of like the way he moved and stuff like that. I even used him as a reference in getting in contact with you. I messaged him to let him know. He said it was cool. I'm just very disappointed because what he represented was not what I got. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I think that that's probably what he's feeling. One, it's like stay out of our business because you're getting the facts all wrong. And then two, that's messy. It's just messy. You didn't have to speak negatively about me. And to be quite honest, it was the way that he was questioning. How do I say this? I'm mad because people are questioning me and my movements. That's what he was like. He said, people are questioning. I forgot what he said in the Dag1 thing. It's only because people are questioning her and her movements. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that's the reason why I decided to say something. You don't know me. You don't know what we had.
I would
into a conversation and an issue that had nothing to do with you. Don't tell him why I'm responding the way that I'm responding because people are questioning my movements. Like, who are you?
Can I give a caveat?
What?
Because I do. Trust me. I understand a lot. I understand both sides. This is literally one of those situations where it's not even trust me when I tell you the fire is not necessary. Like, it ain't no fire here. It's no fire. It's basically fog. Ain't even smoke. I just want to say to Christian's point, we all are commentators. And if something plays out aloud, that irregardless of how sacred and precious and personal the situation is to us, if it plays out aloud, that gives everybody a general right to have a commentary. And of course, commentary and observations are subjective. So everybody's going to be wrong to some extent based upon how they perceive an event. I read the inbox. I can see where you have a total attitude at because it looks like your friend is pretty much being made to look at you in a negative way by setting him up, by having him looking stupid. And y'all were having a tough moment online. So I get that you felt like the message didn't make anything better in the situation. But
yes, and to be honest, Conscious, everybody that messaged me or everybody else that messaged Custard, they all have messages in support of us. And it's not it wasn't a way to actually divide us. You understand what I'm saying? Saying things like she might have gotten any blowback. If she hadn't gotten any blowback, she would have been fine with it. You don't know me, Conscious. I mean, you don't know me.
First of all, it's Cap or either Christian. Listen, so to be very clear, I don't know you, right? Mm-hmm. Case in point, as if you don't know me. But listen,
don't say first
and foremost, but listen.
The moral of the story is stay out of people's business, friendship business.
Oh, okay, great. So first part of all of this, okay, bye if you choose to leave. So first part of all this is just that simple. If I'm reaching out to, and I'm still waiting for that where she reached out to me because she didn't. That was a lie. But I'm waiting for the simple fact of the matter. If I'm watching it and I don't know you, sweetheart, to even say anything to you, I'm not going to. I don't understand why that's so hard to get. So
her point, her issue isn't.
I get it. Her issue is, they friendship and they run through the tulips, and that's great for them. That's great. But I don't care nothing about that. That has nothing to do with it. And neither was anybody trying to break up their friendship at all. I just said what I said, which was truly true. Just like if we want to talk about past dates, like she said earlier, with the lady that she was that was doing her business, that she was giving orders to when her stuff got exposed. Everybody was trying to correlate that it had something to do with her friend leaking that information, and that was bad business. And she had to then come on here and then basically say that she had nothing to do with it. Which, again, understandable. But when stuff like this, and it's like, come on, like I could see if I was calling you, oh, stay away from that, this, that, and the other. I wasn't even really even talking about her, but I was basically saying that had it not blown up, because I didn't know anything about it till later on. 8 o'clock in the morning, I didn't know anything about it. It didn't start hitting like people taking screenshots and really talking about it. It had to be 10, 11 o'clock in the morning on further. What comment? What comment, Custard? What comment? What comment? Your comment where? In the response? No. I mean, and nobody was interfering in your friendship. I didn't tell you to stay away from her or not to be like whatever. So, I mean, and to bring this now then at this point was like, okay, like, what are we doing? And if she felt some type of way, she could have easily DM'd me wherever, or like she said she reached out to me. You could have done that before, but to then come on and say funny looking and all this other kind of stuff, like, come on, we being childish. And then you want to come over here and expect me to really like, I already know that you're not really going to be 100 about your stuff. And who cares? And then we sit here talking about some views and who's going to look at it. And I'm going to have far more people in my chat looking at it than you. That's because that's already where your mentality is. My mentality is not there. Because all I'm looking at is somebody that I semi-associate with, not even trying to be all like, I want to be your best friend. No, but you're upset. And she's really calm, cool, and collected. Like, I don't even know why you're upset. You just need to come off of here. You know, I did block you, but you know why. And anybody looking at that is like, come on, dudes, get off of there because you look crazy right now. Not, you know, anything further than that. Now, what you're doing is when you read it, you're reaching into stuff that I don't know nothing about, and I don't care. I was talking about at that moment, right then and there. If you can't see that, then that's on you. But nobody was ever trying to get into your friendship and insert themselves in your friendship. I don't care about your friendship to that degree. I hope that it stays. I hope that you continue to be friends. That wasn't my intention. That's the problem when you have so many people thinking that everybody's intention is on some bullshit instead of on some real factual, hey, let's back up. Let's take a breath. You're too angry right now. Think about it for a second.
That is a very valid point. I do think because a lot of this stuff happens in such close proximity to the beef sector that it always leaves everybody expecting the worst out of each other. So everything goes from 0 to 150 billion really quick. And this is one of those situations where that wasn't occurring, obviously. You was just trying to look out for Custard without also doing felony damage to
Custard. To be, I'm sorry, hold your point. Custard, okay. To be very clear, I never got your response back to said messages. Never. That's no doctoring. That's exactly what I sent you, and exactly the response. I didn't get no response back. And you know, we clear. Like, I'm not mad or anything. I know no response means, you know, you don't, whatever. You're not gonna answer. Cool. That wasn't. Again, nobody's doing this for brownie points. I just saw you was upset, and I'm just like, man, you up here looking crazy right now because you're really upset, and she's really not giving you that kind of what y'all needed to have behind the scenes in front of people, which made it look like you were just wilding out, going crazy, looking crazy, just looking dumb in the face. That's it. That's it. That's all. So I don't even understand. Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry, Conscious. Go ahead. Proceed.
No, that's what I was just no, that's what I was saying. It's you were just trying to look out for Custard. It wasn't so much as about taking a dig at Peace Love, even though Peace Love interpreted it that way, and things have gone kaboom.
Oh,
And
because you didn't see it till yesterday morning. Well, dude, it was there for like days, so it wasn't like I just recently put that. I had put that. I sent you that day, so I don't even understand. And then to send it to her or to show it to her as if I was like, making a dig at her, I was not. But if that's what she wants to take it, it is what it is. That's how people do on here. But that's fine. So
you dropped the link for Custard.
the link is already on there.
Oh, okay.
The link is already on there. Like it wasn't even a thing to get
Why
upset.
can't we just chop things up to a simple? Can't things be a simple misunderstanding? A simple one.
No, they can't, because you know why they can't? Because people aren't adult enough to say they misunderstood or misread what I said. Because I clearly said, if in fact you did not know, if being the key phrase here, if you did not know, then you have every right to be upset. That's all I said. That's all I said. Other than that, I just felt like, as anything, if nobody really caught an uproar or felt some type of way about everything else involved, that it wouldn't have been a problem. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So basically what I was saying in the chat was that she I didn't see your message until yesterday morning.
Uh-huh.
So I took a screenshot of it. I know I did not reply because I had just seen it yesterday morning. I took a screenshot of it, and I took a screenshot of some other replies from people that I had gotten. I saved 2 screenshots. I sent them in the group chat, and I showed the people in our group chat.
Right.
She sat on it, and I didn't really want y'all to argue, but it kind of like when she was talking about like Messi and stuff, she's going off of things that people like James Caldwell have said about you.
But I'm not
So,
again. But here we go again with the same situation of somebody taking something that I
Christian, it
said.
kind of looks that
Let me
way.
just. But
I'm
let me
giving
just
you
be clear.
the
But let me
optics
just.
of the
But
situation. It just kind of looks that way.
and again, let me be very clear on somebody feeling a type of way. And I wish BBK still had the thing, feeling some type of way of something that I did not say to them directly. I did not directly say anything about James Caldwell. All I said was a fact, which was my mother did not raise me to go back and forth with no woman. I wouldn't do it. But what we need to not do is call gay men less than men, because we're all men at the end of the day. It's all I said.
Well, Christian, to be honest with you, I never understood like that whole situation. I don't think I was even paying attention to that shit when it happened. All I know is that I've heard him verbatim say that about you, but
Yeah,
I
and that's
never had.
perfectly fine. I really don't care what. Of course, people are gonna feel some type of way about something because they feel like they were being attacked. But I did not. You know what I'm saying? Like personally, I didn't even know you to attack you. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was basically speaking on my own experiences. If that hit you, then my bad. But that wasn't. It wasn't that type of thing. But what I'm not going to do is sit around and let anybody think they're going to demean me because they felt some type of way about what I said. Absolutely not. I don't care how big you think you are. You're never that big where I'm going to towel down to anything that you say or view me as. And that's just on that. But no, I get you.
But yeah, that she didn't say anything to me after the screenshot was shared.
Mm-hmm.
So this morning, after I went live, I may have mentioned it, and then 30 minutes, 30 or 20 minutes, something like that, she went live. I didn't even know she was going to go live. It's like she's mad about it. I really didn't even want y'all to argue. I wasn't even expecting like all of this, but I I don't know what she said to you because she said that she said something to you
No, she
before.
didn't say anything to me. There's nothing here. That's what I'm sitting up here looking like. Yo, there's nothing here. If you didn't reach out to me, then that's cool. Just say you didn't reach out to me, but please don't say you reached out to me. I'm looking at the shit right here. There's nothing here. So that's what I'm saying. If you reached out to me before and I gave you my ass to kiss, then I could see you going on there saying whatever. But if you reach out to me and honestly said, hey, could you explain what you sent to him? I would have easily just said, oh, no, I wasn't talking about your friendship. I'm talking about at that moment, right then and there. Dude, hey, get off there. You're angry. I get it. And if you didn't know, then yeah, you have right to be angry. But get off of here. But my assumption is, and it's just an assumption, that if in fact nobody said anything or was any like, oh, take this picture down. Oh, this picture, this. Oh, and everybody was circling around. It would be nothing. Nobody would be talking about, oh, he did it without my permission or anything of that nature.
No,
Like,
I actually did. I wasn't aware that anybody had said anything until Phi Babe, Sean Bradley, and their little minions and shit had picked up on it. Because I took it down. She made a whole video basically blowing the picture up and getting all in the kid's face and all that shit. So if you heard anything about a kid, it might have came from them weirdos. But that was what she was over there showing. I deleted it, like it was up there for like less than an hour, and then I took it down before she had even called me.
okay.
So I mean, but it was like the wording. It was the wording. It was the wording of it. That's what she's going off of, because the way it was worded, it makes it seem like she is the reason, like the sole reason. Like she got me up here looking crazy, like she done drove me out my mind. It was the wording, Christian. It was the wording.
I get that, but again, and the same thing, like she said, if you don't know me or you don't know how you think, you took it upon yourself to think that I was talking about you in some way.
Listen, let
And
me
that's
tell you
fine.
something real quick.
I
Let me
get
tell
it.
you something. If you had used the word this or like situation or something,
This
has you
situation
looking
makes you
crazy,
crazy. Yeah,
she
of
wouldn't have took
course.
that. She wouldn't have took that as as hard as she did.
Yeah, we could say that. We could definitely say that. But
So
I
it
don't
was
know,
a
it was just
simple
the wording.
misunderstanding.
again, if like I said that in the beginning, if you felt like it was, an attack on you, that wasn't the case. However, at the same time, you had a lot to say. So it's like, cool, I get you. We can agree to disagree on the facts on this
Can
matter.
I ask you a question, Cap?
Wording
Can
could
I
have
ask you
been
a question?
different, but yes,
Can
sir.
I ask you a question, Cap?
You sure can.
Is this an accurate statement? I meant what I said, but I meant no injury to you, peace, love, by it. I meant no injury to you.
I mean, that's usually how it is. I mean, I don't. To me, I don't understand a lot of times how people take things and kind of without asking a question. Because if I have an issue, I'm going to ask a question. And like I said, I'm open to, hey, so and so sent me this. What did you mean by that? Or none of that was like even presented to me. It was straight just, let me tell you about this motherfucker ugly looking or crazy looking motherfucker. And it's like, okay, really? What? Like, did I talk about your looks? Did I even say anything to you in that way? No. And it's like I get it that this is what people do to get their, get whatever sandalizing or tantalizing things for people to come looking, but come on, like,
Right, we could get off the whole, numbers thing because the video is down. Like I took it down 4 hours after I posted it.
no,
I
I
don't need to
understand,
get
but it was
numbers.
up. But I mean that's talking to, we realize where we're at. You know what I'm saying? That means nothing because while that was up, people had
And
screenshotted,
Conscious, whatever
recorded,
you're
and did
asking him
everything
to
else.
do, he's not capable of. That's why I got down the first time. So I just feel like we're just going to be talking in
See, this
circles.
is
I
we're
feel
not
like
gonna be. See, we're not gonna be
I feel like
talking in
he cuts
circles.
me
But
off.
what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna talk in circles. But we're definitely not gonna try and slick shade people while we're up here. So either we're just gonna have a
That was not
conversation
slick at
as
all.
adults.
That wasn't slick at
Yeah,
all.
I know. Clearly, I was being facetious. But if we're not going to just be adults and actually really talk about it, then I'm not going to sit
if
here
you're the type of
and
person
throw
who is
stuff
asking
and throw
for,
stuff out. No, I'm finished. You can go.
Conscious, go ahead.
I can't. How do we make this better, please? How do we make?
Well, I don't let him talk because I know he's itching.
No, I'm not itching, sweetheart. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't feel like it can be made better because after this, and Custer, you're not privy to this, but there were several people that jumped into my DMs that told me past history. It has nothing to do with James. That's only one little drop in the fucking bucket.
Oh, that would be news to me. That would be news.
But can we not make what
But that would be
happens
news.
here
But now
about
this is about more
So-
stuff.
other people's experience?
That would be more stuff. And this would
So
be
to
news.
answer your question, Conscious CV,
Mhm.
I don't think that we can make it better because I've already made the decision that
But
I don't.
that's okay. That's okay, honey. And I appreciate the moments that you were there, but I didn't, you know, it wasn't like we really had
Conscious,
this.
he's not capable.
No, there's
He can
nothing
drop-
to be
he can drop
capable
the
of.
link
We
all
didn't
he
have,
wants. He's
the
not
truth of the
capable.
matter is, peace, love, honey, we did not have any kind of situation where there was this back and forth camaraderie. We did not. So let's not fake it like we did. We did not.
At what point did I say that we had a back and forth camaraderie?
You
That's
didn't
the narrative
be
that you're
talking
putting
like-
out there.
first of
I did
all,
not.
You're sitting up here talking like, oh, I can't do this. It's no coming back. There's nothing to come back from.
I didn't say there's any coming back. That's not.
Oh,
You're putting
boy.
words in my mouth that I just
Okay.
didn't say. And I implore you, when you drop the link to talk to people, I ask that you actually calm down. Like you don't know how to have a conversation where you pause and let your guest actually speak. And then if you are going to say something, let's work in facts. You know what I mean? And if you're saying that you're going to deal in facts, if that's how you're setting the tone for your platform and you're saying you're dealing in facts, and I sat there and I waited to hear everything you had to say, which about 90% of it was false. And then I come up, I waited for you, right? And then you dropped the link and I still waited for you to complete your entire thought. I came up and I said, you're not dealing in facts. First thing that's wrong. Second thing that's incorrect. Third thing that's incorrect. Then you cut me off on every single point that I was trying to make. So of course, then I'm starting to get frustrated and my tone is going to start raising.
Custard.
Oh.
And
Yes.
then wait,
Yes,
I'm sorry,
Conscious.
Custer. And then on top of that, after I say you're not dealing in facts, there's no room for correction. He doesn't correct himself. You know what? Okay, I did not know the circumstances. I should not have, because I messaged him based on this, and it sounds like that's not what actually happened. So maybe I should not have crossed that boundary. And especially, and I think Custer, you made a really good point about, you know, mentioning peace, love versus, because it's like you don't know me. And then on top of that, he's saying, you know, we don't have that type of friendship. We don't have that type of closeness. And that's what I'm saying to myself. Like, we don't. So why are you speaking on me to a friend of mine? Like,
can we also take into consideration though that this?
Go ahead.
Can we also take into consideration that clearly Cap didn't mean any malicious intent by it, which is why he sent it privately to Custer. This wasn't something that he got on his platform and blasted or threw you under the bus. He saw a situation playing out. He felt like Custard was very upset. The situation wasn't going well. He said, Custard, I don't think this is a good look. You need a moonwalk right now. But because he said you got Custard looking crazy, I understand why you are personalizing it. So I get it on your end. I also get it on Cap's end. That's why
two things. He said you got Custer looking crazy. And second, he said the only reason why she's angry is because of the blowback.
Yeah, because that's exactly
so
what.
Now that hold on. So now that Peace Love has said Cap, I didn't even respond to any comments, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The picture was already down by the time I had woken up. Custard had already removed it. Are you able to accept that as the fact? That's now She
Sure.
just corrected that situation.
Sure, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, so
So I don't
peace,
forget
peace and love.
this issue.
Are you okay with that? He just accepted that as okay.
What? I don't even understand what
Mhm.
this is.
Okay, so that's there. Now, to your point, Cap, you have a right to an opinion. You observe a situation, not play it out before everybody. That's just the unfortunate thing about things that play out in front of everybody. People observe. It ain't gonna be factual all the time. So you were trying to look out for custard, but of to no injury, to peace, love, obviously to no injury. Because if you're trying to injure her, obviously you could have
Came
did
on my
this
own
instead of
platform and said what I wanted to say. It had nothing to do with her. I was just because he was up there outraged, and that was before. Actually, I had sent it way
If it
before
had nothing to
she
do with me,
came up
why
there.
was my name in it?
Because you were up there at the time, like you was up there at the time. Not to mention
Well, but
that when, like I said beforehand, right? It just looked plainly like you didn't have an issue with it until people started saying something.
Conscious,
That's
we're
what it looked
focusing
like.
on something that I'm not even what it
I,
looked like and all
I,
those
I,
things.
get, I get it, but again, you're talking the same thing.
I'm
If
actually
I'm
really
viewing
talking
it,
conscious.
if I'm viewing it, then that's what it looks like, right? Correct? Like everybody else, if we're viewing it, it is what it looks like.
Conscious, maybe you can relate to him though. What I'm trying to say is
Now we try
what he's focusing on is not even the issue that I'm focusing on. What I'm focusing on is why my name dropped into the chat and how she's
your name dropped.
this
Your
way.
name dropped in the chat. All I said was she. So if it refers to
didn't
you,
say
then it
she.
refers to you. Yeah. Okay. Well, then that's how you took it. But did anybody say?
Is that how I took it, or that's
Yeah.
what it was?
But again, did I say your name? Did I? Okay, I'll wait. But did anybody say your name? But you might have to turn you down in the back so we can hear. Did I?
There's someone in your comments saying that they're going to blow my head off.
Miss T.
Sorry.
Drop them.
I just think it's just a troll.
There's somebody behind. Can you drop them
Sorry.
off your live? Thank you.
Drop them off the live. What you mean?
They're in the back chat saying they're going to blow my head off.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Miss T.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't hear you guys.
You may have to go out and come back in.
Can you hear us?
I'll jump down. I hope you guys can resolve this. I see on both of y'all parts where it could have been a miscommunication, but however, wording is everything. The way it was worded, and from what I read, my perspective is it looked kind of messy. You may not have meant it that way, Cap, but it looked kind of messy.
Okay,
and so they have a real friendship. And this is just a lesson for everyone. When friends are dealing with certain issues, we should just stay out of it because we don't know the levels of their friendship. Now, I can't hear, so I don't know if you guys can hear me.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Hold on.
Okay, that would be enough.
Because we don't know the level of their friendship. Now, I can't hear, so I don't know if you guys can hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay. So that's all I'm saying. I don't know if it came across or even if it dawned on you, Cap, that it was in a bad light, but it actually, from my perspective and my interpretation of the conversation, it made it look as though he needs to watch her. Now, I'm not sure that's how you wanted it to be conveyed, but it did come across like she making you look stupid. You need to back up.
No,
but their friendship is more than that.
That's what people.
Now I could be wrong, love. I'm just saying. I've been watching this whole thing.
I know.
I've been watching the whole thing,
that's
and I think a little bit of hostility.
She's listening to us on a separate
I know.
device, and there's a delay on her.
I know. That's what I was.
She might need to turn that device off and then exit and come back in.
I don't know if you're still talking. Like I said, I see you talking, but I don't know if a little bit of vitriol came from Peace Love because she felt as though from reading those messages that you were trying to impede on their friendship. The wording, again, the wording was open for any interpretation and
right.
is not always what we say.
It's
Is
how
how
we say it.
someone perceives it,
Exactly.
and it didn't look good on her part.
And that's perfectly fine. But then again, if it did not look good on your part, there was no issue with you saying to me, hey, what's that about? If in fact there was a level of respect there, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, what's that about? The fact that you didn't do that and you instantly went like, get
You
this
have to understand. I didn't. So you have a
She
level
got
of
to turn
respect
off
to
the
me.
separate device in the background. It's too much going on.
I didn't. You have to understand. I feel like there wasn't a level of respect there for you to go and say that to him. So I didn't feel like I did say something to you, but I did unsend it. I mean, I have the screenshot here. I unsent it to you because what I really said was pretty much what I said in my video today. It wasn't any different. So
and that's perfectly fine. But then what was the point? So because you could have even still said what you said to me privately without saying it publicly. So
I wanted other people to know that you're messy. That's why that video was funny.
Well, again, if it was meant to be messy, and the truth of the matter is, if I wanted to be really messy, then I would have said it on my platform, and I wouldn't have sent anything to Custard.
I mean, that's why
I'm losing. That's really why I'm losing it, because it really makes no sense to me that if I really wanted to be messy or this messy ass person that you claim me to be, then I would have just said it here.
Saying it on your platform or behind the scenes doesn't make you any more or any less messy.
No. It does. It does indeed. Because in fact,
I don't agree with that. And I think other people would agree with that too. Whether or not you say it on the platform or behind the scenes doesn't make you any more or less messy.
In fact, that is up for interpretation. Because if I want it to be messy, in my view, I'm going to go on my platform and talk about it. But if I was genuinely just showing, hey, concern, hey, you need to get off here. She's got you looking crazy. Not personally speaking that your friendship is crazy.
Conscious, why is he still on the got you looking crazy? That's not even the part that I have an issue with. He's not listening.
It doesn't listen.
That's between him and Custer. I'm talking about where he's speaking on me. Which are the two parts after? You see how I'm raising my voice because I'm like, why are you not listening to me?
How is that? First of all, peace, love. The first part when I said you had an issue with that. Now you don't have an issue with that anymore. So okay, that we can exclude that. So then we were talking about the other part where she would not get mad if nobody would have said anything.
And we already cleared that up.
And in my view, that's what it looked like at that time.
I know when a conversation is going in a circle. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll let you have your platform, spew whatever. I'm good.
Nobody's gonna spew nothing, sweetheart. That's not even how I operate.
Sweetheart.
I think everybody does not operate in the same wavelength, okay? And that's the understanding that we have to have. I get it that what you read, you may have taken it a certain type of way. Cool, I get that. But the thing would have been to just reach out to me and say, hey, I got sent this. What is this about? If you had that much respect, the fact that whatever respect you say you didn't have, cool. I get it. I'm not.
I already said to you, I stamped you as messy, so there was no need for me to reach out to you.
That's fine. Like I don't really,
what I'm saying? Like, we go.
Whatever it is, a lot of people stamp you as messy as well, but that's not for me to judge. You know what I'm saying? That's not for me to judge or go around saying peace.
Well, you should definitely judge it if you get a text message and you see me talking about you. Judge it. Go ahead, Conscious.
I mean, if I choose to, then I would. But if I don't choose to judge it, if I choose to be an adult about it and ask you, what is this about? And then upon your response, take it further, then that's my choice.
It doesn't make me any less of an adult. Conscious.
Well, I mean, that's all up for interpretation.
That you have talked about is up for interpretation.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to wring Custer's neck for putting us through this tonight.
And
Okay.
you know what?
I didn't even expect for like, I didn't want y'all to argue. I already said that earlier. I didn't want y'all to argue.
Arguing, it's just
So my
like,
question to you, Peace Love, is things
wow.
have gotten tense, things have gotten a little heavy, but to Cap's point, because I want us to go just a little bit higher. Cap established that the wording he understands, and he's telling you now that he did not mean anything injurious by it. And you received it, and that's also not to your point. You also spoke about the motive for the picture being taken down, but we already straightened that out as well. He receives that information that you did not get scared and shook when the people came for the baby and all of that ish, and because they had already taken the picture down. You wasn't in comment sections, you wasn't moonwalking, etc. So we've dealt with that.
And he's
So
still rolling his eyes after I told him that's not a fact.
But I wasn't again. See, here we go. I'm not even. This is a whole different thing over here.
All right,
I
so
was
Cap,
even
all
looking at the cause.
Cap, hold on. Please don't call her sweetheart. Please don't call her honey. Just
Thank
call
you.
her peace or love. Please. And that's going to stop a whole lot of this bull crap that's going on up here that's stupid in the first place.
Well,
It really is. I'm ready to go. I really am. But it's hard to leave a platform when you know somebody is just like talking and they're not talking in facts. It's very, very frustrating.
how is that
As a
frustrating,
content
honey?
creator,
How is that
I don't
frustrating?
want
How
to
is that
be here, but
frustrating? Because you can just go.
as
That's
a
not frustrating
person,
at all. It's
conscious
not frustrating at
TV.
all.
Okay. And then she said that she would garner a bigger audience on her platform. So
This
that's
is what she
fine
said.
as well.
It
That's
is.
fine as well. There's no hate over here. Nobody hates anybody. And I really believe that this is a misunderstanding because I read Custard's message and he said that he did not see your inbox until yesterday morning. So I see why this is coming up and why it's like a big thing. But my whole thing about that is, and what I'm going to say about that is, it's the same smoke that's coming at Cap. It's going to come at everybody else when this first came out because Cap didn't bring this out. He didn't bring this out.
Wait, I'm sorry. I need clarification. Like, what do you mean he didn't bring out?
He did not bring this topic up. This is not what he deals in. This is not anything that goes on.
Oh, no, and I understand that. That's why I was kind of surprised by the text message. So you're absolutely right. I didn't even know that. I didn't even honestly I know that I don't even see Cap in chats. Like I didn't even know that not only he dealt in beef sector mess like that, I didn't even know that he would like be speaking on me. Like
and I don't think that I think that in context that it was taken out because we have to remember this one thing. When we send things through text message and we're not verbally speaking to people, it's not always read in the same way that it was meant. So I don't think that anything was meant to, have anything to break up your Custer's friendship or nothing like that. Because I can't tell nobody who to be friends with. Because at the end of the day, you can't tell me who's gonna be my friend. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say, I hope that you and Custer friendship lasts forever and ever. And I'm not coming in between that. And I'm not being facetious. I'm not being shady or nothing like that. But I think what happened was sometimes when we read text in the not in the incorrect text, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm not coming on here to get down on you. I'm not coming on here to get down on nobody. I'm just trying to have a civil conversation at this point, and I'm trying to have some clarity. And to me, the clarity came when Custer put it in the chat. That was my clarity. This would have been answered weeks ago. I don't think that you took a picture in malicious intent. I don't think that you put a baby up there in malicious intent. When you sent the picture, you wasn't expecting that picture to be posted. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So it's just sometimes peace, love, females can have far better conversation than males.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I came up here with no ill intent. I came up here with no hate towards you. You get what I'm saying? But in me talking to you for all of 2 or 3 minutes, you've responded to me so much differently.
This is how I normally talk. So when Cap said what he said about Custard and how I went up there, shut up, Custard. How Cap said what he said about Custard and
I'm looking at him.
how I normally talk. So when he was like, "Oh, it seemed like you didn't have like any care or whatever else," I don't come out like just you gotta frustrate me in order
right.
for me.
And then so then what we do, what I do is, so what I did was I heard what you said, I heard what Cap said, and I'm Cap friend. Right around Cap.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard what Conscious said, and I heard what Conscious said. And what I did was I dissected everything that everybody said. And the first thing that I said was, this is pointless because you guys could have had a conversation and this didn't even have to make it this far. And that's just in my opinion. But that's my opinion. I got an asshole, so I got an opinion.
I understand what you're saying, but honestly, like after I read the text, I just immediately was just like, you know what?
Yeah, you went in high.
And I need to put it into context because there have been talks of him being a messy person. So when I received the text, that just solidified it. I didn't feel like I needed to even have a conversation with him because I felt like I've already have been kind of warned. And whether it's true or not, and it's not to offend Christian or you, Tanari as his friend. It's just that was that putting it balance. I put it into context. I think you can have a better understanding as to why.
Yes, ma'am. And you know what? The one thing though, and you know what I did know, and what I do notice from the beef sector is peace, love. Is that I cannot take anybody else's
Somebody's
Conscious mute, boo. Just Conscious. Okay. Can you hear me now, peace, love? Okay, so now you're gonna make me interested in your commentary and in Custard commentary because I've only seen you guys in other chats. I've not been in your chats, right? Okay, so now that we're having a conversation, this is what's happening. You're going to make me come over and listen to your commentary to see what it is that you guys have to say. Because I cannot take anybody else's, I can't take how nobody else feel about y'all and say, oh, I don't like them. I didn't even know you to like you. I ain't even heard your commentary not to like you. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So I'm not going to take what somebody else may have to say about you. I need to come over now and I need to listen to you and Custard for myself. So I'm not going to take what somebody else is saying about a person and take that as Bible. I'm just not going to do that. And I'm going to drop down, guys.
And I definitely understand what you're saying. Are you a CC?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Well, because I come from a sector where people do things maliciously and most people cannot be trusted.
So then I understand why you came in hot.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
I don't think that you understand how to.
And I get that. And that's why I said I came up here to be another with you. So you're not the only feminine energy up here because that brings a lot of stuff into it sometimes. I wanted to bring a balance. Because I wasn't going to listen. I was just going to click off and I was like, let me go up here and let me say what it is that I have to say. There's no disrespect to you. There's no disrespect to Custard. There's no disrespect to Conscious or Christian. And he knows this. But I wanted to make sure that you guys were able to have a conversation and not a shouting match or a arguing back and forth. You can get more bees with honey than shit.
Honestly, I felt that once I clicked the link because he did drop the link to have a conversation.
Right.
And I had thoroughly listened to his point of view before I came up. I thought that I was going to have a conversation. But if you begin to cut me off as I'm talking, then I start to get in the defense mode and then my voice starts to heighten because I'm not able to get my points out. So if you're welcoming me for the conversation,
and
I'm thinking that we're going to have a conversation.
I think that he is, and I think that now that there's been a calming that has been done? Peace, love. Can you feel the calming that has been done?
Yes, I do feel the calm. Thank you so much. And
So
I also
I'm gonna,
feel
oh, no problem. And I'm gonna jump down, guys, and I just want you guys to have a conversation. I don't want you to be shouting and screaming at each other. And I just really believe that it's a whole misunderstanding from
I
everything
don't
that
I
I'm
mean
seeing.
I just I've all man I understand what you're saying, and I am taking away. I do understand what you're saying, and I understand what Conscious is saying, and I feel that maybe in this moment, yes, I think in some parts I can see it as a misunderstanding. I totally get that, but after some other stuff that has transpired since then,
Hmm.
I
You
don't
know
know.
what? Because cooler heads will prevail. Because high heads
Mm.
is not gonna settle nothing.
I understand, but I have to
Yeah.
say honestly,
I-
ma'am, when I was in
yeah.
the chat and you can hear someone literally just lying and lying, just like not saying the actual facts. By the
Mm.
time I get up here, once you have a cool head,
Mm.
it can go from cool to hot real quick when
Mm.
someone is just constantly just not saying
Mm.
facts.
Mm.
So that's why I
So
clicked the link and I
hold
came
on.
in
So
hot.
one thing I got though. What if the facts were the facts of the way that he got the story, not the way that the story actually came from you? You get what I'm saying?
No,
What if the
that's not
facts were,
how actually I do understand what you're saying, because
yeah.
then he would be saying like this is what happened, right? This is the series of events that happened. Then that's totally different. But when if he comes up and he's saying this is the facts of what happened, then I'm like, okay, well tell me the facts of what happened.
So
Which
what
is
it, you
totally
know the
different.
facts, but I'm gonna tell you something, peace,
I mean,
love.
because
I'm gonna tell you something.
even
Hold
right
on, hold
now
on.
while I'm having this conversation with
Right, and
you,
I'm gonna tell you something right now. The
mm,
facts that he had was the same facts that I got, boo. So I'm just gonna be real with it. Okay? I'm just telling.
I'm trying to understand what you define as
Okay,
fact, because it's just
okay,
not what
no. It
happened.
was no, not facts. It's not even facts. It's how the story was put out. I'm not even gonna say facts. It's just how it came to you. So in that moment, that was how it came out. You get what I'm saying?
I honestly don't, but it's
Okay,
okay.
so if okay, like you didn't put the story out, right? You didn't comment underneath a video. You made a post about something else, and then you were replying to people comments after that, correct?
On my channel.
Right. But
Yes,
and
there was
that's only something that I know because someone else said that. I'm not a subscriber and I don't know the content that you do. You get what I'm saying? To know for this to be a fact. So if I'm having a conversation with you, I'm not gonna get volatile with you. I'm not gonna get loud with you. I'm just saying this is something that I heard. And until you come and we have a conversation and we can get to clarity is our best friend around here.
mhm.
Clarity is our best friend. So even though it may have, I think what happened was when you came in, and I already understand, and I told you this, when you came in hot, and I understand why you came in hot. He was just responding to the way that you came in. That was just the defense mechanism.
And I was
And
responding
yours
with,
was too. And yours was too.
mm,
You get what I'm saying? So
mhm.
then I must say now that you guys can have a conversation. Cat, no
Ma'am,
sweetheart, no honey.
even while you're talking, like he's rolling his eyes and stuff. I just don't. I think that
But I'm not first and foremost. I'm not. I'm reading the chat, so I'm not even. I'm listening, but I'm not. What you're viewing as something I'm doing towards you, or what you're saying, totally incorrect. I'm reading the chat, and
all
kind
right. I'm gonna be
Cat,
honest with you. I just feel like um Tanari, I appreciate you coming up here.
oh,
I
no
definitely
problem.
feel that you came out up here, as a peacemaker, and I totally feel you. I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Um, I
I
think
just want
as
you guys to have a conversation.
I
And
know,
I want you to and not argue.
no, I understand, and that was my intent when I was coming up, when I came up, and I didn't expect to be cut off. The number of times I was cut off, so that's when it turned into something a little bit more of a battle. So I don't, because even right now, I don't know if he's reading a comment or he's just laughing. I don't have time for this. Like this is he's not
And
capable
like
of
okay, so peace, love, like Custard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know if Custard is being facetious or you know if he's on some bull, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know Cap in that same way. And if you look at exactly what's going on, he's in the chat right now. He's not paying attention to what's being said. He's paying attention to you. You have to know a person though. So I'm telling you, at this point in time, I'm gonna jump down, but I think that you guys can have this conversation and you guys
I'm
can get
okay.
this
I'm
worked
sorry.
out.
I don't fully
Okay.
trust him or believe that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jump down. I'm just not comfortable
All
being
right. And
here.
you have a you know what? You have a good night. And I really, really, really hope that this will be resolved one day because I think that this has been taken somewhere that it didn't even have to be.
You're right. This is a waste of my time. I have to go. Thank you.
Okay. You have a good night, honey.
I don't really think it was a waste of time. I just think that, to be honest, I just apologize to
No,
Christian
you're
and
good.
people
You're good. Nothing to apologize for.
because
It
I
is what
probably
it is.
shouldn't have showed the shit in the first place.
It
But
is what it
But
is.
you did what a
It's
friend would have
fine.
did because I'm gonna tell you one thing, Give, and then sometimes as a friend we have to understand what to show our friends and what not to show our friends. You get what I'm saying? Because I probably would have said, "Hey, I need to know what's going on with this or that." I ain't gonna tell you, but I just want to get where you coming from. You get what I'm saying, Custard? Like I'm
mhm.
not saying you wrong. You because that's your friend. You do what you do for your friends. So you were being loyal. So basically, in me being a little bit older, I may not have shared it, but I've been like, hey, Christian, what's this? Or I need to know, I need to pick your brain on this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we live and we learn. It's not even this wasn't even that deep for the type of energy that we giving it. Like we gotta move on positive vibes. We can't move on these negative vibes.
Well, for me, it was all the extra stuff. I really didn't care about, I get it was a misunderstanding, but all the extra was uncalled for. Like I don't disrespect anybody or call them out their name or anything of that nature. So I didn't expect that in return. So all that was like waited for. All that was I've been waiting to say this. So that part was what I'm not willing to, like,
Mm-hmm.
cool. We can agree to disagree. It is what it is.
And
But
let's just agree to disagree. Let's
but
just and then
to
and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I know for a fact from this part of the camp, this is a dead thing after this.
yeah,
When this live is over, this is dead. This is not
this
gonna
is
come back
it.
up.
I don't do this, and that's why when you and then you throw countless other people have said this. Yeah, okay. Countless other people have said a lot of shit about a lot of other people that are far more messy and involved in far more mess, and y'all still watch. So then I'm still trying to understand, huh? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I can just about guarantee, like when this live is done, this ain't a beef. This ain't a beef for money here.
Not at
This is
all. I mean, because at
this.
the end of the day, to be very honest with you, Custer, the same thing I've sent you, I've sent to Rico when he's acting crazy. Hey, dude, get off here. You're doing too much. You're doing this. You're doing that. And he could interpret it however way he wants to interpret it. It wasn't a thing of dividing your friendship. Just to be very clear with you, I wasn't at all trying to infer in your friendship. Just at that moment, yeah, you needed to come off of there because you were very angry and upset. And like I said, she was calm, cool, and collected. Now I get all the other stuff and reading the verbiage. Yes, texting, you can read a text and be like, okay, I could take it that way or I could take it this way. Cool. But that's where, hey, sending a message comes from. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's cool. And then you do the opposite, which is you go to your platform and this motherfucker, which of course will bring views and people. Yeah, I know I didn't like him anyway. Cool, great. That's what this sector does. But everybody, like I said, doesn't operate in that thing. And I don't operate in that. I have no
I
reason
say,
to
and I'm
come
gonna
after
say for
you.
you, Cap. I'm gonna say for you, if you don't personally know people and have that rapport with people, like you could call me and tell me, you know for a fact, you can send me a text message or call me, you got my number and say, get your ass off that panel. And guess what? I'm gonna get my ass off that panel because that's the relationship. You get what I'm saying? So we have
Got
to
you.
understand the boundaries of the relationships that we have with people. And
But
sometimes,
the,
even though we are looking out for somebody's well being, they may not look at it in that same sight that we do.
Custard, could you please not threaten
I
me?
can't stand this bitch. I really can't stand this bitch.
And
Everywhere I fucking go, she always stalking me and Peace Love. It's just crazy. You're
I
really
don't know.
obsessed, like
What's
you a
going
whole
on?
press
What's
ass
going
fan.
on?
I
What's
just
going on?
did not.
Ain't
What
nobody asked for
happened?
that. We coming over here talking about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. She typing my real name in the chat, so I'm
So
typing
this
yours
person
back.
must. Oh, so this person must have me blocked because I don't see what y'all talking about. I'm sorry.
Now, in regards to everything else,
Oh,
I
I see
mean,
what's going on.
that's it. Like I said, I'm good. I don't have no, issue. I just know that, hey, I feed off energy, and I'm a Cancer in every sense of the word. So if I sense that already you're going to be whatever, it's going to be a combative situation. So
But see,
on
you
that
a
part,
Cancer, but what
that's
am I? But
that's
what
what it
am
is.
I?
I know, but
Exactly.
that's exactly what it was. Because you could talk all day that you was coming up here to have a conversation. You wasn't. And that wasn't true. You was up here to ready to say exactly what you said earlier. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, no, I didn't come. That's not what it
Ooh,
was about. It wasn't even to be on here
ooh,
to bash. Not you. I'm talking about peace, love.
oh.
Not. It wasn't here to bash anybody. It was to actually really be like, okay, well, cool. It was a misunderstanding to some degree, but it's what I view. Just like anybody else, any other content creator would have said whatever, whatever, whatever.
Hmm.
And you gonna have an issue with that? Oh no, it's because I reached out and said, "Hey, get off of there, man." That's it. I mean,
Right.
again, not
Just
interfering in your friendship, just saying, "Get off here right now." Like,
just understand this one thing that I did find out about this here beef sector because a lot
ah,
of us don't realize that we pay our own bills and we can like who we like and go where the fuck we
we
want to
want to
go
go right.
and and everything else. So
People
just
signing
because
people documents and making
yeah,
sure that they
yeah,
stay away from people
yeah,
or make sure they,
yeah,
join the camp of hating somebody. And it's like, go get the hell out of here. You're a grown
right,
ass adult. You don't, if you sign your own goddamn bills, why the hell are you worried about where somebody else is telling you to go? You
right.
have to
So
understand boundaries though.
we
First of
we
all, I
gotta when
understand
people are
boundaries
in
very well. I don't interfere
when people
completely in
are
people, things, and situations. That had nothing to do with a boundary. That had everything to do with if I'm friends with you, Tanari, and not friends
mhm,
with Custard, I'm going to
right.
reach out to you because I don't know
Right.
Custard.
And you don't know, right. And I don't know him. So the first thing that I'm gonna tell you is I don't even know who you talking about. So why we having this conversation? I was only in passing that I know what's going on. So I have nothing bad to say
I really
about
don't.
Custard because I
I
don't
really don't.
know him. I
I really
can't
don't
say
understand.
anything bad about him because all I can ever go on with him is what other people say about him. And I'm not going to say that. I have to get to know him for myself. I'm not going to portray what everybody else put on him
Oh,
because that's all I heard. That's
please
I
don't.
have to.
stupid.
I have to get dressed for work.
Please don't.
I
Okay.
understand y'all.
Well,
I know. I
well,
know.
thanks for coming.
Thank y'all.
I
You have a good
appreciate
night
your
at
point of view.
work.
You have a good
And
night.
just understand that when I seen what you put in the chat, I understood the misunderstanding right then and there. So it is what it is. But just I know sometime when we come in hot 99, our
No, I
biggest
get it.
thing is to go back and have a defense mechanism. But what happened, what was happening, and I seen it because I was like, I left for a minute. And then I was like, forget it. Let me come back and be the bigger person. And let me let you know what was going on. Because she was already hot.
I know, I knew
so,
that. I knew that when she first hit the link, but that's why I was like, I couldn't. That's why I was like, no, I'm not gonna
so
sit here
your
and let you
honeys,
and make
and
it.
your sweethearts.
But I didn't. But see,
I know they weren't
but that was
meant
the
in the
point.
way.
No, but that wasn't the point. The point wasn't to make you feel like I'm
Right.
kind of
But it
mushing
was
you up. But the
right.
point is, see how you are right
Yeah.
now, and you're gonna sit here and talk about you want to have a conversation. There's no way you can have a legitimate conversation when you're that way. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what was the point of you hitting the link? Oh, it was because you was gonna sit here and think you was gonna berate me, and I was gonna sit here and stand for it. One, you're a woman, so I respect that. But two, I'm not gonna sit here and let you berate me.
But see, you could call me sweetheart and honey.
No, I get that.
And I'm not gonna take it any kind of way.
I
You know
get
what I'm
that.
saying?
But regardless,
but
anybody, I'm not gonna.
yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
but see, this
you are-
is my thing. This is my thing with people is so y'all rather
Mhm.
be called them bitches that everybody else call
This is
y'all.
what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. That's why I wasn't gonna give you that. I wasn't gonna give you what you gave when you decided to hit your live button. That was my point.
So I mean, so my whole thing was okay. I understand the sweethearts and the honeys, but the thing was, every time you would say that, it was escalating furthermore than what it should, and I'm just like, man, I'd rather be called sweetheart and honey than a bitch or a hoe any day of the week. Because if you call me a bitch or a hoe, I'm gonna come at you even harder.
I mean,
But I mean, it is what it is. I came up here because at the end of the day,
no,
my
it is.
I
It
came
is.
up here to
I
do what
get
I was
it.
supposed to do for you.
I get it and I respect it and wholeheartedly. I don't have an issue with peace, love. I do have an issue with all that everybody said, this one said, that one said. Because it's like, if you're not going to really say it, then don't say it. Because that's the shit that irritates me. If you're not going to really call the person out or call the people out, then what the fuck is this mad people have said, a lot of people have said? That's bullshit. That's just bullshit. But it's what they do here, and I get it. But at the end of the day, again, nobody has made this no beef sector. This is what y'all have coined this to be and how to act. Everybody don't have to act that way.
Actually, it was coined a Section 8 sector by
Right,
Wiley.
right.
Let's
That
get
part
that.
at first.
Let's
Yeah,
get that
right.
one. Let's get that fact out there. It was coined a Section 8 sector, and what they didn't like to be called was a bunch of broke folks that couldn't afford to live places. So then, what they did was they in turn started saying beef sector to prove him wrong. To say that we can live wherever it is that we want to live, and we can afford whatever we want to afford, and we can still beef with your ass.
Yeah, I mean, she might have been making it up, but again, if we were sitting here talking about the only person that I can think of that would have been like, I told you so, would have been the James Caldwell situation, and everybody who was
okay,
there,
but you haven't said anything about him.
But I just what I don't understand. Like this,
right.
But
I'm just saying.
I understand, but you've always had this issue with me, and it's like that's cool. I get it, but then you make people have an issue with me because you have an issue with me, and if they're going to be associated with you, then they have to have an issue with me, and that part to me is stupid.
But you don't, and that's stupid, and that's why I said what I said, because as long as I pay a cell phone bill that gives me my freaking data, and I pay my Wi-Fi bill that gives me Wi-Fi, guess what? You can't tell me if you can't tell me what a fuck to go in real life, how am I gonna let you virtually tell me what a fuck
But this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying, and that's how the whole situation happened. I had no, I heard about that night before previously, and I just was like, I heard something that I didn't agree with, and I didn't even want it to be started because at the end of the day, as far as going back to that situation was like years ago, mind you. Men are men, regardless of who they interact with. It doesn't make a real point. Man a man.
That's why I came up here, because I felt like a woman can't have a dick slanging conversation with a man. And that she needed some feminine energy. She needed somebody up here to understand where she was coming from, even though I understand where you were coming from.
Yeah, but you can't. But for me, to be honest with you, Tanari, for me, you cannot come up here and think you're really gonna have a conversation. You was up there talking shit earlier. I just really not.
Cap, my dick ain't bigger than yours, even if I go and buy one.
You-
It ain't gonna feel the same.
It,
Nah, I'm just saying. The only thing that my dick gonna do is it's not gonna come, and you will.
but I'm
not being funny. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm just saying. I can't have a dick slinging contest with a man.
It looked the way it looked. It went the way it went down. So however it was. Like and as far as boundaries and all that kind of stuff, like brother, nobody trying to interrupt on nobody's boundaries, as anybody would. If somebody would DM me and say, "Hey, Christian, that's enough," I would look at it, pay attention to it, and go about my business.
I DM'd you. I think I texted you, and I was like,
You
"This is
texted
it.
me.
I did. This is enough.
Yeah,
I'm tired of this shit.
I'm bored," is what you said.
I'm bored.
Right.
Because it was too much. It was too much.
Yeah,
But
because you want to pick a fight, like you know what I'm saying. You want to pick a fight. You want to have that thing. You want to, you know what I'm saying. And that's the part that I don't like. For me, it's like have an issue, and let it be a legitimate issue to where it's like I see your grievance. But
right. But we got shit that's going on in politics right now. We got stuff going on in
you got
wellness
inflation.
right now.
You got things rising up right before your eyes.
You got
and
stuff that's
bacon,
going on, and we
everything
can't
else.
deal with this. We
20 to
can't.
30%. Like
Yeah, we
who's got
can't even.
room to talk?
Hey, so let's go to the blackout 2022 that's gonna happen.
A blackout.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we already know. So if we really know what we know, because if you know truck drivers, then you know what I know. So and everybody finna leave the room now. I don't even know how many people in here, but everybody.
Well, I
finna
mean,
leave
they
the
was
room.
really leaving the room before because they were just here for that. But
So
that is my point. Like, you know what I'm saying?
you
Like
get
you just
you
come
get
here
the
for that.
right. You got the people. You got the truck drivers that's waiting on the coast to pick up these drivers, but you don't have crane operators because they ain't putting anybody on the cranes to put this freight up.
Well, a lot of people aren't. Because they have to cut back on a lot of people, just bodies as far as physical people.
So what's happening is so much stuff that's sitting out there on the water that we gonna need actually in the next couple of months because you thought that you couldn't get no toilet paper back in 2020.
It was hard to get.
You're gonna be wiping your ass with leaves this time, and the leaves are all on the ground right now.
It was hard to get aluminum. Okay.
Yeah.
Aluminum has definitely changed. So
but I have to come. You know, you're my husband. I have to come. I have to break some balance. I have to come and make sure. It's just some shit I'm just not gonna sit on all day, and that's just one of the things. You're not. I know that you'll read, and I know that you're gonna get a person off your back, and I know you're gonna do what you have to do.
But only if they deserve it. Like, I didn't think that was, I mean, I felt it was a bit disrespectful and way out there, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like I needed to approach you with that what I wanted to give, what he would have gave. I didn't feel like I needed to give you that. But at the same time, I wasn't going to let you sit here and think you was going to like
But sometimes as a woman, when you see certain things that's going on and you can hear certain things, just know that I always got your back.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say peace. I'm going to get off of here. And I'm going to let you handle the rest of this because I know you about to close this down soon because how long we been over here? We've been over here an hour, 38 minutes. I already know this is about to get shut down.
It is.
Good night, y'all, because we don't do this over here like that. And this ain't no...
You already know it.
This ain't no nightcap. Oh, no. Y'all playing. Y'all doing the most, but y'all heard enough of me tonight. I love you, Cap.
Yes, love you too.
I love you.
All right.
I will talk to you soon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. All right, guys. So yeah, thanks to Conscious, peace, love for coming by, Custard, for clearing all of that up. Yeah, Hey, I don't whatever. Like after this will be it. And it is what it is. It really is what it is. Uh and that's just all I can say. Like I'm not really gonna go back and forth with that type of energy because you don't, you know, it is what it is. You think you're, yeah, not even gonna go into that. But anyway, thank you guys for coming by. I know, a lot of you, this was probably your first time just peeking in. And of course, you're going to have your opinions, and trust and believe if you get too crazy in my comments, I will respond back to you in the way in which you wanted the response. So be careful in your comments below. But, I mean, again, we can agree to disagree. It is what it is. And, that's just it. I don't, you know, I, I don't feel no way about it. We will go on as life as usual because there's a lot of things to talk about. People are about to be charged with murder and get their sentencing going. We have a former district attorney who has turned herself in over the holiday, or at least right before it, something like that, who is about to be facing charges for covering up the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. So we're definitely going to be looking on that. And I hope she gets charged with the same vigor that the murderers got charged with. But we shall see how this turns out because, of course, she was a former DA. So, they could go smooth on her. But I don't know, but that'll be interesting to watch. But other than that, I pray that everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving, and you didn't spend too much money on this Black Friday BS and go too crazy. But if you were able to catch a deal, then great. Cyber Monday is coming, so if you didn't catch a deal today, Monday you can probably catch something on the internet. What I wanted to ask that too about her. About who? The DA lady? If it was about the DA, yeah, she did. She got charged, and hopefully she will be facing the same sentencing, especially for covering up and like doing all the bullshit that she did. Hopefully she does. If not, then we know that the system will definitely crooked and will cover up criminals who cover up a murder. And just because they weren't the ones who actually pulled the trigger, that they be able to get, off scot-free. And I'm also curious to see if she's going to pull those white tears on the stand as the woman who, made a bad call in judgment. And not stand in the decision she made because she was fine to make that stance and then to have it turn around when it quote unquote blew up in her face. Yeah, so I don't understand that. What happened? I heard you be slinging peas all over the sector. Okay, and if I have, it's mine. And if I have been slinging my penis all over the sector, it's mine, and I'm single and free to do so. So, and I'm sure people are saying, tons of things, but it is what it is. But the problem is, it's that it's facts, what the facts are. And again, we can talk about all this innuendo or what somebody said. The truth of the matter is, my only situation that has caused whatever this is from one person who claims not to be a bully, but is bullish. So, I mean, and again, I'm not going to back down from where I am or who I am or what I do. And those who enjoy it and those who engage will always engage, and those who will not won't. And that's perfectly fine. People stop acting like you need people to to validate who you are. I don't need a goddamn soul to validate who I am because I know who I am. I came on here knowing who I am. I walked through this earth knowing who I am. So it really doesn't make a difference to me. We should have a nightcap tonight. Oh, I don't know. That may be too much because, you're already at my limit right now. So I don't know. It depends on how I feel. If I pop on again, then it's going down. If not, I don't think so. Not tonight. What'd you say? We kept giving night kept going. Yeah, that's just Nate trying to be funny. But again, it's my opinion. I do what I want. If I want to sling it around the YouTube streets, I'm gonna sling it around the YouTube streets. The fact is, nobody's ever gotten it. They may have seen it, hint, 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 but they've never gotten it. And we're gonna keep it that way. So if you do happen to see it up on somebody's whatever, know that it's mine, and that's all they got was a look. That's it. So good luck with that. Do the nightcap tomorrow night. I might just do it tomorrow night. What'd you say? Hold on, who's looking at caps locks? No one's doing that. Not at all. No one's doing that at all. But yeah, maybe tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. That's a good suggestion, Kenny Kane. I might do it tomorrow. Show me yours. All right. That part, no nonsense. But thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry, sometimes it has to be under these circumstances. But I mean, if you were really that peen hungry, you could go to my and then look at that on my Twitter. But it's really not that serious. Yeah, no, I just don't. I don't know. You can't really have any kind of when people are already trying to be shady. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be in that kind of, I don't have that space, that time. First, he was talking about peen pictures. Yeah, we were talking about, well, no, you said it. You started it. So don't try to spin it now. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. I just want y'all to know that. Let's see, anything else. But thank you all for coming. The usuals, the Candy Canes, Tanari, thank you so much. Thank you for being the Fix My Life guru at this moment. Cause I don't know what that was. But thank you, Brother Nate, for kind of holding it down. TC, thank you for being here as always. Are you doing them skeet rags? Because Nate is still waiting on his apricot. And no nonsense. Thank you once again for popping on through. Patty Duke. Hey, wasted energy. Right. Talk about it. Thank you. Thank you for popping in. I do appreciate it. And I know that you walked away like, call me back later when you get back to life as normal. But thank you for coming back in to pop in and show your support. Always greatly appreciate it. Again, Auntie, thank you. Thank you, Peps. Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you. Definitely appreciate seeing you. Hopefully you come back and visit me more often here at Cap Hill when it's not about nonsense. Hey, Gifted and Anointed, thank you for popping through. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Triple L, thank you for being here. Definitely appreciate it. And to all the other content creators who popped in, even if you just popped in to be messy or hear some mess or thought, whatever, I was getting dragged, because I wasn't. Yeah. So, that's what it is. No more peen pictures. Huh? Auntie, no. That's how you get them. You gotta, that's how you lure them in. With my funny looking self, since I'm so funny looking. That's another thing that weirds me out about people. Like, you can't just have a disagreement with them without calling them a name unless, whatever. Okay, great. But it is what it is. Well, you don't have to go look at it, Auntie. You don't have to look at it. Let's see. Here you go, especially shout out to Peace Love Concert. Yeah, thank y'all for coming. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for coming. Some of y'all who ain't never been on the platform before, thank you for coming like you've always been here. Come on. Oh my gosh. The people, man, the people. No, it's actually locked. You can't see it unless I accept your request. So I'm not worried about it. Yeah, you did, Tanari. You definitely did, and I appreciate it. It's sometimes not, because sometimes for me, I just want to go a certain place, especially when it's like, what are you giving me all this for? Because I match what I'm given. So initially, I was willing to have the convo, but when you came up here acting like, oh, you're going to like, it was like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're really not doing this. We're really not doing this. So thank you, Tanari, for kind of bringing it all in. So what's the secret knock to get in? What was that on Little Rascals? That little stupid little. That's the secret knock. Yeah. So I don't know. And the secret handshake. Yeah, it's a secret knock, a secret handshake, and the little thing. I don't know what else is there to talk about. I think I'm done because I don't have nothing else to talk about. I think we're done. We're about finished here. That's it. That's all I have. I don't really have anything else. I'm chilling. My cup is empty. I am chilling. I was fine before. It is what it is. No love loss, no sweat loss either. Yeah, that too. That too. I don't know. And I apologize for those of you. I know sometimes some people send comments and be like, oh, yeah, it was a little different. I apologize, but I wasn't really that upset. Any of you that know me, if I was upset, I would have been cussing a whole lot if it really affected me in that manner. It did not. And so I was not upset like that. I just approach it with some kind of humility. And I didn't get that. To honestly have a conversation, I got more kind of and it was like, we're not doing that. We're not matching energies because we're not even the same thing to match energy. I can't match your energy. I may have same gender loving relationship, but I am not that. I am not that. I don't have that totally feminine kind of girl. Let's, I don't even operate like that in my real life. So, no, you wasn't getting that. So I'm sorry. If you felt that, or anyone felt like I should be more sensitive to the matter, because I wasn't. Sorry. Outside of that, I hope that you had a good day reflecting and enjoying. Oh, yeah, definitely did. TC, I definitely did. Too much loss to dwell on shit. Yeah, definitely. Because it's always a tough season. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all into that. Tough season, and this one was it pricked a little bit, but it was all right. Maxwell case. Explain Maxwell case. What was I gonna say? I thought you were going to be talking about politics. Oh, I know you did, but no, nothing was happening big. So I just had to address something from earlier. So somebody gonna told y'all to buy it. Oh, no, not to buy that. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, you talking about the homegirl with the Epstein lady? Oh, her trial starts on Monday. I just saw that. That should be interesting. That really should be interesting. I mean, I do believe he was murdered because he knew a lot, and he felt like if he was going to go down, he was taking everybody down with him, and if that meant taking down heads of state, royal families, that he was going to take it all down. And they had to get rid of him so he could, so they could keep their positions. And I think she's probably going to attest to that, a lot of that she knows a lot of stuff. Then again, she might not, because they might have worked out a deal where she may be able to get off. But we shall know on Monday when the trial starts. What'd you say? I wonder why they haven't killed partner. Well, I think they haven't killed her. I know who you meant, Epstein. I think they haven't done anything because it would be too like, yeah, okay. What are y'all covering up? So I think they're trying to kind of make it look as much as if it was a suicide, if it was some sort of killing that's kind of sporadic or a suicide that was a little bit sporadic instead of kill for hire, which of course we do know that the two officers who were supposed to be guarding his cell that night were fired, but they were compensated as well. Even though now that they've even faced charges for kind of not doing their job. So we shall see. That's Monday, Cat. What's Monday? Oh, yeah, the thing. I'm sorry. It comes up late. Tracking these kids and what you say? All they need to do is down and tracking all these kids. Right. That part is true too, but I think that they're not going to do that because a lot of people who have ties are going to be exposed. And just like a lot of these Republicans and all these people that are involved in all this garbage, some of these people, they'll never know who they were and all that kind of stuff. So it's not going to be the kind of justice we would hope, but I do believe that some of these people, some of the low-hanging fruits are going to be dragged off. But the top people like former presidents and all those kind of people that we've seen in the pictures hanging around, they're not going to expose them and any kind of interactions that they've had. I don't think she's going to do that. So I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Yep. But anyway, guys, that's about it. I'm at my 2-hour mark, and y'all already know that I start to get like, I'm over it. You see the queen is staying quiet. Yeah, she has. She's actually not making any public viewing or anything until February. So And if she, God willing, of course, but if she lasts that long, because I know Charles is ready for her to be gone. So, yeah. Oh, no problem. But thank you for coming. And actually, here is not the bushes. It is clearly the balcony. So there's a difference. We don't do bushes over here. So, but thank you for coming. Thank you for dropping down. And hope you enjoy the balcony. It's lush seating in the balcony area. Thank you for coming. Yeah. All right. But anyway, love you guys. Have a great night. Thanks for coming. God bless and good night. What'd you say? You were very, very, very keen on this evening, and that is a good thing. Reflection of you. It's your platform and you own it. Bravo. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I try. I try not to it's hard sometimes dealing with different people and their different personalities, but I still try to stay true to myself. Although people try to turn you left and turn you right or make you out to be something that you're not, the best way to prove them wrong or to shut them up is to just continue to be yourself, be your genuine self. And I mean somebody who is a far larger content creator from me said, and I take it into consideration now, that if they're not talking about you, then you're not doing something right, that you're boring. So, hey, if you want to talk about me, call me messy. That's perfectly fine. It is what it is. I don't, it is what it is. So anyway, everybody have a good night. Have a safe holiday. Okay, Mr. Information Man Show. No. Right. Have a great, well, of course, I'm going to see you guys before Christmas or anything, but enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving break, holiday, vacation, whatever it is that you're doing. Enjoy it. Stay moisturized, stay away from these ashy people, even though sometimes you might want to just hand somebody some lotion. Keep the lotion for your damn self. Because everybody don't need your lotion. And that's just it. I don't, everybody ain't deserving of your lotion. I've learned that. So, that's it and that's all. What else can I say? Locks After Dark. Not Locks After Dark. Really? Is that the new name you're giving me? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It sounds fun. But anyway, everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming out. God bless and good night. And until next time, be on the lookout for another video to come your way. All right. Peace. Good night, y'all.